Hey, what's up? This is that guy from the B&W show. And you know it's about to hit summertime, and what's that mean? Triple digits. And where we got to go to keep our whips clean? I like to call my guy Mike over at Upper Echelon Auto Detailing. With over 15 years in the business, prestigious is the standard of excellence. Upper Echelon Auto Detailing, 602-872-5581. Just ask for Mike.
Yo, 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 what up, my mustard
What up,
asses?
mustard asses? What up, baby? What's happening with y'all? How you feeling?
We want to welcome you to another episode of the greatest show ever.
always number one.
And as always, we're coming to you proudly from the Who They Want Network, the man who
True
has our
indeed.
backs. Welcome to the one, the only, the DJ Stead on tech support. What
Sit
up,
down, sit down,
Steady?
sit down, sit down. Oh, you put claps on for your ass when you go ahead and get your introduction. We don't get no claps. I want a button too.
There you go. There you
There
go.
we go. There we go. There we go. See what I'm saying? I just got to speak up. I want to be heard. That's all I'm saying. I want to be heard
Right,
too. That's all I'm saying.
right,
You know, got a big mouth for
yeah,
something, not nothing. Got it for
right.
something.
Yeah, right. And to remind you for this weekend, make sure you say mom. Well, actually, next weekend, say hi to mom.
Always
So,
moms. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, yeah,
without her, none of us would even be here to even look at the show today. So let's go ahead and say
right,
beat up some mom and let somebody know when you was
right.
coming by a man. Please let me know when that happened. Other than that, let's keep moving. Roll it, roll.
All right. So, Val, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing like Irish Spring, dog. I'm fresh. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
fresh. You know how the 80s come out. You know that was the word. I'm fresh. I'm fresh and brush your shoulders off, kid, because that's what I'm feeling, man. It's like you know, as I said before, we was going through that transition with that pressure build up. And then we had that.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We would bounce through the plate. And now we sunshine coming, we blooming. Yo, I'm fresh, kid. Raining came, gave me some water. I'm oxygenating, fresh,
Yeah.
man. Like that. I'm
So fresh and so
oxygenating,
clean, clean. So fresh and so clean.
oxygenating. That's me on the scene. You know what I'm saying? For sure, man. Yeah, so that's how I'm doing, dog. I'm fresh. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, kid? How you doing?
Amen. Amen. Well, you know that feeling when you're kind of like you're doing a load of laundry, and it's kind of long and boring and kind of a necessary process, but
Mhm.
about two or three loads in, and as you're pulling the clothes out of the washer and you're whipping them into the dryer, and you're like, enough of this, and then you get to the bottom, you hear that little metal scraping at the bottom, like, oh, some loose change down there, like, oh. So you kind of dig down deep, you're like, oh yeah, you're hoping for some quarters, you're like pulling them up out of underneath the little agitator and stuff, and then there it is, fresh as a daisy, $10 bill. You're like, oh
Oh,
shit,
snap.
baby. You had to look around. The wife's not there. The kids not there. You're like,
Found where you
all right,
lost it.
I got some beer money now. I got some beer money. You pull that stuff up. You're like, yep, yep. I feel
Yeah,
like that all the time, brother. All the
12
time.
pack, 12 pack. Of your favorite what? What kind of beer you drinking on?
Depends on the mood, brother. When I want to
Really?
go home, I get some MGD. Otherwise, I get a nice Dunkel. I get some Newcastle, maybe some
Mm-hmm.
PBR.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the mood. Depends on the mood.
I feel that, but my mood normally go between basically like three brands. We're gonna either go with
Yeah.
that Stella, we're gonna go with that Modelo, Or sometimes we just gonna go back and go South Cal. We're just gonna kick at the Coronas. You know what I'm saying? Or
Okay.
we gonna go with
Okay.
that brown bottle, that Corona Familiar.
Yeah,
Man, that's smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Before all
Good
that,
stuff.
I can't even get it no more. Was that Killian's Irish Red? Yo, I love that, man. But for some reason,
it's sparse anymore. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why it's gone sparse. It's it's one of those like oh, Killian, gotta give me some of that.
Yeah, for real, man. That used to be the shit. I'd be go ahead. Let me get that Killian stuff. Yeah, talk about. I don't like when they give you small shits, man. I don't like that shit. Like, it was cool. Like, I was in Italy, man. They give you this shit. So I'd be like, can I get a large? They give me this. I'd be like, yeah, can I get a large? They give me this. I said, a large? This is a large. Do you have like a family pack? Like, if there's 2 of these, do you have one that's 2 of these? You know what I mean? Nah, that's not how they do it over there. They give you these little ass cappuccino cups. And you're supposed to, you know, big lips and all on this little ass cup, just trying to, not spill shit. You know what I'm saying? It's damn crazy, man. You got to go ahead, give me some shit that I could big gulp. Give me a big gulp. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that concept in Europe. Ain't no big gulps in Europe.
No.
Nah, ain't none of that in Europe. Ain't no big gulps, man. It's a problem. But they should invest in that. Big gulps.
They should.
We talking about finances anyway. Investments. We'll ask them. Is that a wise investment? Some big gulps? Let's see.
Maybe. Yeah.
Depends on the market. Nah. For real, man. For real, man. It's been transition, though. It's been transition, but we can all say one thing. We always got to keep sports updates. So, let's just say go Lakers. And I don't know how many other people out there thought that Golden State was not going to win against Sacramento, because I was like, I want to see an underdog story, and I sort of was rooting for that. Because you knew who was going to win. But you was like, yo, maybe these cats is going to beat these cats. Everybody loves a good underdog story and see how they go.
Right.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
You're always cheering for Rudy.
Right. Always. What about the draft? You see the draft?
Yeah. Nothing overly exciting. My guys picked up a knee or two, but
right.
I don't know. There was no there was no Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and nothing. Is it? There's some talent coming out, so we'll see. I mean, we got a good tight end, but good receiving tight end. So we'll see how that works out for us.
I say the surprising pick. I don't know how many people thought Anthony Richardson was really going to go third pick. Was going to go to the Colts. I, for one, did not think that. I, for one, will have to admit that. I was thinking something else. But you was like, yo, well, maybe Levis might wind up going to the Colts. No, Levis did not go to the Colts at all. No. So I was like, okay. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening for sure.
Yeah.
Something happening. When you hear shit sometimes, dog, and it's like, okay, you're not supposed to be distracted, but some shit just distracts you. You're like, yo. You just be talking. You be like, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a tire rolling down the street. You like, yeah, where the fuck the car go?
Right.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it was. I'm just looking like, what the fuck? What the hell down there? They be like, oh, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It's something. You don't know what the fuck it is. It's something. It's something, though. So, as we doodle and dawdle, man, we just sit jipping and jabbering. That's how we do it sometimes, man. But exciting show. We got the 4th episode. Last episode. We are going to have my other cat come back, though, on number 1. We had a huge demand on that to see about talk about the credit situations again, because we all got some credit shit, because we need that before we can even get to what we're going to talk about today, which is investments. Yes.
Investment. Yeah.
Yes. Investments.
Invest with yourself with the B&W show, man. Yes. This is how we do it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Who you want to invest in? Yourself, first of all.
Right.
I hope. Let's see if we think we know investments when we talk about investments. But
Yeah.
as we do, without further ado, um, I would like to go ahead and let's bring in my man Will Arbery. Um,
Yeah.
do we have him here? And maybe he'll get some claps and applauses.
That's right. Yes. Welcome to the show from Prime Level Consulting, Mr.
Yep.
Will Arbery.
Mhm. Yes. How you doing, my man? How you doing?
What's going on, fellas? How's it going, man?
Welcome to the show.
You doing blessed and humble, man. Blessed and humble. Glad to have you. Glad to give us your time and your information.
Hey, man, glad to be here. Glad to be here. Appreciate the invite for sure, Colin.
For sure, no doubt. A lot of people don't know, Will is actually, cooler than when he looked. You know what I'm saying? He's not as mean as he looked. My man is really a cool cat. You know what I'm saying? He called me by my government name because y'all like Colin. Yeah, Colin. It's Colin. I got little Billy, that's my guy. But
that's the corporate. My bad. That's how we met. We met on that corporate.
We met on that corporate level. But good people. You like to stay in contact with good people. As I always say, I tell a person you got good energy. Because that's hard to find. As me and Aaron talk about from time to time when it comes to life and people you come by. Those with good energy is the people that last 4 seasons versus 1 day. But we digress on that stuff later. But yeah, Will, go ahead and shine on them, baby. Go ahead, introduce. Go ahead, let's tell the people what you want to share.
Okay, yeah, man. Like they said, Will Arbery, aka Prime Level Will, proud owner of Prime Level Consulting, financial consulting firm. So, I've been working in finance and financial services the last 8 years out in Phoenix, Arizona. Originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Was a basketball player in college. So, once that career ended, so went to school, actually, bounced around, was a JUCO hooper, played at Finger Lakes Community College in upstate New York. Was fortunate to go on to play at a small D2 in North Carolina called Mars Hill. So finished up there. While I was in school, got, my AA degree in accounting. And then I got my BA degree in business management with a finance focus. So, finance was always the goal, man. To get that financial literacy for me, it was always important because it was something that our family lacked when I was growing up. And our people as a whole, man, we lacked that. So I always had aspirations of just, getting as much of that knowledge as I could and, bridging that gap between our people and financial literacy, man, because like I was saying earlier, Colin, one of the biggest things we can do is invest in ourselves, man. And that, and that investment will go a long way, especially when we talk about financial literacy, investing in financial literacy and having a better relationship with our money. And, that's really what I want to talk to you guys about today, investing in yourself and learning about financial literacy and balancing a budget. One of the most hard things there is for our people to do. But if you can do that, balance a budget, be disciplined with your money, that will lead you down the path of being able to invest and have money to put into different investments. So we can't really get there to that area of investments without balancing a budget and being disciplined and having money to invest, right? Can't invest in there, right? So that's pretty much what I want to talk to you guys about today. So yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, man. I'm definitely excited to be here.
Amen.
Man, I feel
glad to have you.
The energy, and one thing you said was discipline, and even going through the different stages of this financial education thing, we just came out the spur. We just put together like, what's one thing that we both share, and me and Aaron was really talking. We talk about differences in what we eat and stuff and food in the schools and stuff. And when we got to schools, we talked about our programs that he had when he was growing up and what we had. And there was some commonalities, was like the financial part. He didn't have those classes and stuff neither in these schools. You know what I'm saying? Some of the common misconceptions we think is just say, that white guy had all the advantages in education and everything. And you're like, nah, remember, what's the difference between black and white? The ignorant that lies in between. One of those things is those stereotypes of which we think how somebody may come up in our communities. We never lived in those communities, so we assume. You see what I'm saying?
So ignorance to that fact. Preach.
Right. When we get down on that deeper scale and start conversing, we like, oh, well, damn, I thought you know about it. Well, why you think I know about it? Because I'm right. Well,
Right.
motherfucker, you just certain advances. Yeah, I think that. No, that's not it. You know, you're like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Then we start talking, and so that's one of the things in which you want to share here today is about this investment stuff, and the whole thing is just that discipline. You know, it's not coming from where it should be coming, when it should be coming, before we start getting and acquiring money, at least knowing how to saving it and using it and coming to this level to build for tomorrow. So, like I said, let me go ahead and stop talking, give you the spotlight, and yeah, man, let's get cracking. What you got for the people? Because you know we always got things about investments.
Yeah. Before we get started, man, I definitely just, I had a little quiz here that I usually give my clients. I do individual consultations because, everybody's relationship with money is different. Everybody has a different relationship with money. When you realize where you are with your relationship and money, that's the first step to getting to a point where you can be someone who can invest, who can understand investments and have the money to actually invest. So, I just had a little quiz here for you guys, see where you are on your financial literacy about budgeting or balancing a budget. So first question here, what are the popular budgeting strategies? A, zero-based budget. B, below budget, value-based budget.
If I go with just what I think
C,
is
all of the above.
Oh.
Great question.
Okay.
So give you those answers again. So A, zero-based budget. B, envelope budget. C, value-based budget. Or D, all of the above.
And below budget or value-based budget. You would think you would try to budget within your means of some type of value, but then again, I can't sit up here and say I know what zero-based budget and below budget is.
Right. See, a lot of people don't even know that those are things.
That's the honesty. So I gotta act like, if I act like I know what I'm talking about, like most people, oh yeah, dog, value-based, I'm gonna go with value-based budget.
Value-based budget.
It's, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like something that I would identify, like value equals, something which you can afford to do in budgeting investment. So
you say C. Okay. What about you, AP?
I put D, all the above.
D. And that's right, all the above. And see, these different budgeting strategies that people don't even know about. Like you said, bro, like what? Like I didn't even know these were strategies. Like, yeah, these are things that I teach my clients about. So next question. What does it mean to pay yourself first? So A, set aside some fun money for each month, budget so you can enjoy yourself. B, auto deduct a set amount of money into a savings after each paycheck. C, be self-employed so that you don't have a boss and get to keep all income from your business yourself. Or D, do all your budgeting at the beginning of the month rather than at the end of the month. So what does it mean to pay yourself first?
A or B? A and B?
Okay. What you think, AP?
I put B.
B. You're right again. B.
Yeah.
B. So pay yourself first means to auto debit a set amount of money into saving after each paycheck.
Right.
That will be paying yourself first. Okay, next question. What does the 50-30-20 budgeting rule stand for?
30-20?
50. So 50-30-20.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So A, 50% on needs, 30% on wants, 20% on savings. B, 50% on wants, 30% on savings, and 20% on needs. Or C, 50% on savings, 30% on needs, and 20% on wants. Sorry, I probably should have told y'all to get a pencil and paper for this one, huh?
That's the
I got one. I'm always ready.
Don't think you said God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see your eyes go down. We looking at shit like, hey.
So A, B, or C, what y'all think? What does the 50-30-20 budget rule stand for?
I'm going with C, man.
C? Okay, what about you, AP?
I put A.
A. AP is on fire here. Okay, P, I see your stuff, man. A is correct, man. 50% on needs, 30% on wants, 20% on savings / investments.
Mm.
There you go, man. I got one final question just to move things along. One final question. That's a long list of questions I ask my clients, but that's a list of questions I ask you guys here. Let's see here. Let me make it a good one here.
This is the B&W show taking y'all to school. Hopefully, you guys, you've been writing down your answers too.
Be like, how you doing a test?
3-1 right now. Score 3-1. So Final Jeopardy right here.
Shit. We need to run the whole thing here.
All the chips in. Okay.
That means this.
Let's see.
That means this question's worth 5 points.
5 points. Let's see. Okay, what is a sinking fund? A savings account set aside for unexpected situations. B, a type of fund developed and established particularly for the purpose of debt repayment. Or C, something most people don't need because emergencies are rare.
Right. That's probably for Mike Dicker. I don't know about everybody else, you know.
So, Jeopardy question one more time. What is a sinking fund? A savings account set aside for unexpected situations. B, a type of fund developed and established particularly for the purpose of debt repayment. Or C, something most people don't need because emergencies are rare. So, we know you scratch that off right there. So,
right. I'm gonna think B.
You think B? Okay.
Oh, I went with A. Yep.
And Colin took it all with the fire. Man. B is the answer. It's B.
Yeah.
Come from behind. Okay, I see you, my boy.
That's how you do it, baby. See, I was fucking with y'all with the other questions. I always try to act like I'm from the other side. I'm the other man. You see what I'm saying? You tell me I gotta put my stake in the line. You know.
So a sinking fund, fellas, is a type of fund developed and established particularly for the purpose of debt repayment.
Right. Okay.
And something that, you know, even if we don't call it a sinking fund, you know, a set aside fund or a debt fund is something that we should have in our brains as a tool to help us be disciplined and to be more efficient with our money. So, you know, man, basically, yeah, just today, the main points I want to touch on, man, just balancing a budget, man, it's so essential to financial literacy. So everything I teach my clients and everything I'm about in my life is wealth and health, man, financial health and financial wealth. And, you know, balancing a budget, you know, starting out, it can be a little hard. It can be a little rocky, you know. But once you can get the grasp of being disciplined with your money, man, it's life-changing coming from my personal experience. So the first thing I really just want to hit on is when it all said and done, the first thing you have to do is figure out your income and understand what you're working with. You have to know exactly dollar for dollar. We don't have to go as far as penny for penny, but dollar for dollar, you need to know what you're bringing in income. Because if you just have money going out and you don't know what you're bringing in, you're never going to be in control of your finances. And investing is never going to be something that's going to be something you can do or something beneficial for you, if you know what I mean. Like, it would be counterproductive to try to invest when you're already in the negative. You know what I mean? You have to be in a positive. You know, start trying to get into investments. So, man, figure out what you're making. Know what your dollar for dollar income is, and make your goal your income exceeding your expenses or what you have going out. Make that your number one goal. So if the case is that you have more money going out than coming in, you need to fix those things. You need to find you a side hustle. You need to find a way to make more income. You need to find you something that's going to bring more money in than more money going out. And then when it comes down to it, if you feel like you can't do that, you need to work in reverse and do bringing some of that debt down. Like, we need to see what you're spending your money on. You need to make you a spreadsheet of the things that your money is being spent on. These are things I do for my clients. So if you feel like you can't do that, okay, let's go get your bank statements, receipts, what they say these days. Let's see the receipts, because that's what you're spending. We will go over item. We will itemize. We will put it into a spreadsheet. If that's something you really want to do, you can do it. Put your expenses down in a spreadsheet. Look at these things face to face and see what you're working with. Don't just do it off the top of your head, because we're going to miss 2 to 3 things occasionally, and then those 2 to 3 things could add up. We need dollar for dollar what we spending our money on, man. And it just goes to everyone's relationship with money is different. Some people, you have to figure out where you are to get to where you want to go with money and investing. You have to know where you are now. So this is the first step there, man. Just budget and balance. Balancing a budget. That's the first thing. And again, with that 50-30-20 rule that we talked about in that exam there. So when you get to a place where you know how much money you have coming in, what your expenses are, you're at a place where your income is exceeding your expenses, then you can go to the 50-30-20 rule, where you're putting 50% towards your needs, you're putting 30% towards your wants, and then you're putting 20% of your income up as your savings account, or your savings account and your investment account too. So that can be what it's for. This discipline right here will keep you on track to balancing your budget and staying in that cash flow positive area, as we call it, in finance. Because that's everyone's goal, man. We all want to be cash flow positive. We all want to make more money than we have going out every month. That's the only way to get to a point where you're financially stable, where you can build wealth and you can invest in things like that. So another thing I want to touch on also is your emergency fund is not savings. Your emergency fund, this is one of the questions I should have asked you guys. How much do you think the average American has put up for an emergency fund? Let's say
how much on average for an emergency fund?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
the average American.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Like the average American, right? The average American, if they talking about something what 80-90% of Americans living day to day, then an emergency fund, that's probably maybe $500.
Wow.
Average.
I say
the average.
I say for the average American, the emergency fund is a pack of Marlboros and a can of Coke.
Yeah, I have to put my money on it, AP. I'm agreeing with you. The average American doesn't have an emergency fund, and we don't. The average American might have a savings, but they don't have an emergency fund. From a financial standpoint, emergency fund should be at least 6 months worth of all of your expenses. You should have 6 months of those put up in your bank account for an emergency fund on top of your savings. See, what a lot of people do is try to have their savings, and they're like, "Oh, since I have this saved up, this is my emergency fund." Like, no, that shouldn't be the case. Your savings is not meant to just sit, because if it's just sitting, you're essentially losing money, right? With inflation, with taxes, with everything always going up, you're essentially losing money if your savings is just sitting. Your savings is used to be invested at all times. That's the money that you put into your stocks, put into your retirement accounts, things like that. That's what you do with your savings.
Exactly.
But with your emergency fund, you need that liquid,
like having that
an emergency. Yeah, if you mix your emergency fund with your savings or your investment money, you have no liquid money for your emergency. So that's why I always try to tell my clients, you definitely want to fish right between the two.
That goes
having a savings account that's not working for you is like having that one employee at work who's not doing anything. You're like, Why is he still here?
Right?
Why is he still here?
Yeah.
You came back from break.
Right.
Man,
Right.
so
I noticed you have that pack of Marlboros and a can of Coke. What's up with that?
You
man,
know?
so yeah, man. The essential things I like to touch on when it comes to budgeting balancing a budget for people, those are definitely the necessities. Figure out your needs versus your wants, because when it comes to that 50-30-20 rule, you could be doing it backwards and not even know it. So you really have to sit down and have an honest conversation with yourself. What are your needs versus your wants?
Right.
You know what I mean? So put 50 towards them needs, whatever they are, 30% towards the wants, 20% towards the saving and investments. And I even know more disciplined people who want rapid growth with their investments and their money. So they go, 50% needs, 30% saving and investments, 20% wants. But that's for my more disciplined people who
Right.
have been doing it for a while. So they have a little bit more saved up so they can afford to, go a little harder at it. So, man, those are just the basic things right there. And then I just also wanted to touch bases on some tools that people can use. Everyone's not, money savvy. Everyone's not finance savvy, but that doesn't mean that you can't be in control of your money, man. By investing in yourself, take some time to invest in a few different, financial literacy resources that'll help you be more conscious and more educated on, just money in general. Like, using money as a tool. Like, that's how the rich get richer. They use money as a tool. They don't use money as a means of, ego boost and means of, they use money the right way. So,
Right.
a few budgeting apps I wanted to leave everyone with, man. Great tools for if you're just an individual who, wants to improve their relationship with money, but as well as someone who has a business who needs help, just, putting their deductions in order, or categorizing their expenses from their petty cash, from different things like that. I have a couple different tools there. So the first one I want to start with is Keeper. Keeper is a great app for like the more business so people, like I was saying. So what you do essentially is you hook your banking information up from your business account. Keeper will categorize all your tax write-offs, tell you what possibly could be an additional tax write-off. They also have a subscription where if you invest in them $16 a month, they will keep record of everything for you. They will file your taxes for you. And if your tax returns ever got audited, they will, go to bat for you, have someone on the spot that will, go and make sure everything is rectified. If it needs to be amended, your tax return, it will go ahead and get all that corrected for you. So like I said, investing in yourself, investing in something like this will definitely put you on the path to, having a better relationship with your money and things like that. SoFi is another good one. This is more so for the personal side. It follows your credit report, and, it recommends different tools for you if you need to clean up, different debt and like that. That's a great one. Capital is another good one with the Q. Mint is another good one, and also Albert. So these last three, these are more so for business or individual, but it's also apps where you tell them certain things, certain information, give them your banking information. They categorize all the transactions that come through. So you're going to be constantly seeing these alerts telling you, okay, look at this transaction. It asks you, what was this for? Was this for business use? Was it for personal use? And then like Keeper will be one of the apps. It will also tell you the percentage of a tax deduction that it is, what category it goes in. These are just, man, powerful tools for someone who's trying to get organized with their finances, and things like that. So,
Man, awesome. Yo, I appreciate it. And one last thing, because you give a lot of good shit of which, we need to be looking out for, and to, guidelines as far as saving and stuff. So let's say we're doing all that. One thing is, what will be a bad sign of a bad investment? If you have anything you could share right quick for an example.
A bad sign of a bad investment. So I would say, if it was already in the negative when you got into it, and maybe you thought it would, come back up to the top. So you want to look at the physical report, see how it's doing. Look at previous year's returns before you invest in something. You definitely want to do some research on it. I would say that, but signs of a bad investment, I would say, already had been, not in the positive as far as cash flow for, multiple months. If you hear bad publicity about them, like look them up, you see like people are not happy with the production of whatever that investment is, not getting returns. You definitely can, I would say, doing research would definitely be vital before you put your money into any investment. Anything you put your money into, you need to have put some time into researching it for a substantial period of time, depending on how much money is in that investment is going to be. So I would say finding bad signs, you definitely can do that way with doing some research for sure.
Nice. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I just wanted to go ahead and just add something out there as well. But I'm like I said, man, I appreciate everything, and just like when we could share the information of which we don't know, which we think we're doing right, and then we line up, oh damn, I've been doing that wrong. You mean I should look at it like this, like the the 50, 30, 20, and how we think of 50 is and the 30 is and 20 is, and got it backwards. Like, oh, okay, well maybe if I realign my thought process and how I do some things, I can go ahead and try to achieve those goals.
Yes, sir.
Gotta happen up here first. Gotta happen up here first.
I was going to say one of the more important points I think that you brought up that you kind of went by, but I wanted to make sure I want to point it out for people, is that you said that rich people don't see money as ends; they see it as a means, right? It's not
as a tool.
I'm working this job to make sure I have $100 in my pocket. They're going, I have $100 in my pocket, so I can make $1,000 in my pocket, or
exactly.
Or to have that thing that I want. Like, it's not if you're only working to get to the money, you're working for the wrong reason. You're working for the money to get to that goal that you're really wanting, right? It's that next thing. If you stop at the money, that's probably a lot of your problems with your budgeting and your spending and the stuff, because you stop at the money. You don't go beyond that point. You got to get beyond that point to go, what does the money mean?
Fact. That's true. It's like, what am I spending this money on? Am I spending this money on things that are just going to decrease in value, or just, not worth it? Or am I spending my money on things that's going to make me money, buying assets instead of liabilities, things like that? That's where I say, like, we have to change our relationship with money. Everyone's relationship with money is different. And where you accept where you are, if you want to get to where you want to go, if you accept where you are, that's the first step of accept where you are. Then you can start the steps of getting to where you want to go. And like I said, with my consulting business, that's what I do all day, man. I talk. I have real conversations with people about where they are with money, and we have the conversations afterwards of where they want to go, and I put together a plan for them of how we can get there. If you want to start a business, we can do that, but we have to take these steps first. You have to balance your budget. You have to make these adjustments. You have to be honest with yourself about what you really need versus what you really want, and what you can really save. So yeah, man, this stuff, this is what I live for, man. This financial literacy and just spreading it to the people, man. So I thank y'all for allowing me that little bit of time to come do that today.
Yeah. So for those that want to get financial literacy through you, how do they get a hold of you? How do they get a hold of Prime Level Consulting?
Prime Level Consulting. So, man, yeah, they can definitely shoot me an email at primelevel365@gmail.com. Again, that's primelevel365@gmail.com. Also can hit me up on my YouTube channel, Prime Level 365. Definitely just ask any questions you guys have on financial literacy. And I also have making, a lot of content. So you guys can, comment on there of anything you want to see as far as financial literacy, man. And I'll definitely be, more than welcome to help. And if you want to reach out to me about consultations as well, you definitely can do that. We can get together, make it happen.
My man.
Excellent.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I said, man, I know you got to go ahead and go and keep making that money, but my man can take a little time out to tell us how some of the things I'd like to have and use my mythology to how I'm making this money. You know, I just want to share this shit. That's it. Just want to share this shit. Just a couple things.
You know.
Always. But you know, always, man, we are blessed for it, and definitely do want to have you come back on here for sure in the future.
Oh, definitely. Part 2 for sure, man. Definitely got a lot more to share. I know that was just a general overview, but man, we can start getting specific too, man. So, and we'll definitely love to put my good friends on. He has, you know, specific investments as far as like retirement accounts and life insurance that he definitely would love to share. I'm actually in the process right now of getting licensed to sell life insurance. So I'd love to bring a friend on, man. Let him do a segment too on that about the retirement account and you know, life insurance, man. He definitely spread a lot of knowledge on that.
Right quick, you said we was talking. So you got a book? You wanna tell the people you got an ebook?
Yeah, man. Understanding money, man, the prime level guide to money. Yeah, man. I definitely my email address and my YouTube definitely has a link to where you can get the ebook. But I'm also hook you guys up with a copy of it. It's called the Prime Level Guide to Money, Understanding Money. Definitely just break this down a little bit more about how money is a tool, man. It's a vehicle. It's a way to buy assets that will make you more and more money. And, you know, people just have misconstrued relationships and perspectives on money, man. And my book just gives you a deeper insight on what the original purpose of money was for. And, you know, once people realize that, they change their mindset about making money, man. And it's really, really easy after that to start getting out here making money. Once you have a different mindset about it. So that's pretty much what the ebook is about, man. I would love for you guys to give me some feedback on it. And yeah, reach out on my YouTube channel and definitely can get the link to the ebook there.
No doubt.
And in the book, does it mention how the pack of Marlboros and can of Coke is a want, not a need?
It's so many words. I put it in there. So many words. I give a little breakdown on that too. Man. So,
good.
Yeah, I got you out.
No doubt. For sure. Yes. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the gentlemen and ladies of the world and everything, you know, want to go ahead and applaud my man Will Arbery for going ahead and coming through, sharing his time and resources. So my man, thank you once again.
Yes,
you know, tribute. Definitely.
For having me.
For sure.
Thanks. It was great having you on.
No doubt. All right. As we keep it moving, you know, regardless of how it go, you know, we like to see you, Will. You know, it's all good. You could stick around, you could blank out. You know, our production crew, you know, they come here sometimes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You know.
Yeah, bro, I have a couple meetings I got to bounce to real quick, but I definitely appreciate y'all having me on, man. I didn't even get to say as much as I wanted to, but I'm going to come back and
it's all right.
More gems for sure.
What they say, we don't have, you gotta go, just hit the leave button. You good, man. It's all good.
I'll get you a little later when I get out of my meetings too, Colin, for sure. I'm gonna text you the text, brother.
Man.
Hey, Pete, nice to meet you. Y'all have a good one.
Nice to meet you. Don't let the leave button hit you on the butt on the way back out.
Yes, sir.
You know, that'd be one of those things. And I was at work, right? And there's this lady that you always keep talking to it, and it's like, okay, I'm a leave, you know, and then they just keep talking, and you be like,
right,
damn, still understand? I just said I'm about to leave this motherfucker. So you know, mannerisms. You be like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, okay. Then you say, well, let me just give this motherfucker my attention right quick. You know, you try to give it to him, and then you hope, okay, you done? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you know what? I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. It's work. It's worse, though, because then they stop telling you their story, and then they start telling you their daughter's story. Yeah. You're like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't know. I barely know you. I don't know your daughter.
You leave away from the conversation like I done walked away from what the fuck just happened.
Walked into something totally different
today. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you need to trap people. You know how to say it. Oh, fuck it. Like on Star Wars, it's a trap. When they say how in your head, you should know it's a trap. Fine.
Check,
Don't
please.
ask them
Well,
how
that's
the
why.
day
That's why
was.
you should always carry a blanket or a towel around with you, because you know, like the YouTube videos where the people are throwing the blankets up in front of their dogs and they drop it and they'll leave. You can do that same thing. You're like, wait, where'd he go?
Motherfucker's gone. It's gone.
How do you do that? You know, I mean, you'll lose a lot of towels that way, but you know, at least you get out of conversation,
It's effective.
right? Right.
It's worth it. We keep that shit in the budget. I'll tell you that much for real, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's some good shit, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I want to give a final point on the whole investing thing. As far as this kind, you know, maybe we'll get part two to get deeper into investment. But if for those who are out there who like, I'm not sure, you know, if I can afford investment or whatnot. Like, there's one thing: if your job's offering a 401k and they're giving free money,
yeah.
that's an easy way to invest, right? You just invest whatever their minimum is. At least you're putting that money aside, and then you're getting the money that your company's investing as well. So you're at least making that money. And or if you have a savings account, roll it over to a CD, which is a certified deposit. Because your savings account builds a 0.01% interest rate, means within 10 years you'll get 1% interest return on your savings account. But a certified, or as they're called, CDs, certified deposit, 6 months, each bank has their own thing, 6 months to 5 years. 6 months is about 3.5% interest, and a 5 month can go up to about 4% interest. That's per year. So they say it's $1,000. That 3% is not much. It's 3%. So in that 6 months, you'll get about, I want to say $30 out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's $30 in 6 months that you didn't have before.
Hey, dog.
You know, as opposed to the whatever your savings account where you're just sitting there. So just a couple of simple ways to start off, you know, investing.
You know, you talk about that $30 ain't much to the person that understands gas is expensive.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't care if $30 go to a quarter tank. That's a quarter tank in return you're getting. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you know, it's just those,
And for your money to just sit there.
right.
Just have your money sit there and build that interest.
Right. Because you think like, man, you go with the simple bank, okay, yeah, but then if you want to go ahead and let's put that stuff in other steps, we got CDs, we got Roth IRA accounts, you know, we have
and if you're with a bank, with a checking account, with a savings account, all banks have CDs.
right.
Just roll it over, and then that $30 you make, you know, don't take it out, roll it over, because then you're investing $1,030, right? Now you're getting that 3% on that $1,030.
Well,
and when it hits again, you roll it over again. Now it's $1,060 whatever dollars, and then you roll it over again, and you know, you build it up. It builds up.
Right.
well, you know, there's also the because you know we have people that can't necessarily get bank accounts, you know, which I like, because this is one evolution of technology, and say, okay, we can't accommodate those masses as far as them being able to start trying to attain some type of future savings. So then they come out with Acorn, you know what I mean? Those type of accounts where you say, okay, I can go ahead, keep it digital. We got Credit Karma, you know, shit like that, which is also going to try to help you with your finance, your credit, letting you know your weaknesses and strength. But then also when you're able to say, okay, well, damn, I can go ahead and get this money digitally, and I can actually have some shit without having to have the static of the bank and still be able to have some type of savings, which I think Acorn's pretty cool how it's set up on a different level, that you could put pennies and cents together, because that's how it all starts.
Yeah.
But pennies and cents over that 40 years, when you're broke for 40 years, but yet you got pennies and cents stacking up that you didn't just forgot about because you think pennies and cents don't add up, right? But over 25 years, 10, 15, 36 cents, 27 cents. All that shit adds up. They forget 4 quarters make $1. When you have an average savings of 27.38 cents, you got to figure every 3-4 times, you know what I'm saying, you got $1 going to them type of savings over a 20-30 year span. You like, hey, this is combined with 401k. We can't count on Social Security no more. You think of these means of how we're going to save within ourselves without depending necessarily on somebody else where we don't have no guarantee is there.
Hello, somebody.
Right.
So we gotta, start thinking outside the box and how we come at these things. So this is one thing of why we say, okay, well, again, the conversation, what's our commonalities? You know what I mean? Yo, this financial shit, just this series that we got, letting people know there's other ways of how we can use these fundamentals or principles and save money or acquire money or try to further ourselves ahead in the credit aspect because we want to acquire a house, and these different things. So we're just trying to bring that and share the information to the people. But you are right. We definitely got to be creative when it comes to savings nowadays, for real.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to tell the other person no. Like when you got intent to save, that don't mean you saving for somebody else to come borrow it with no intent.
Right.
Yeah, he said something. I have to. I know we're gonna transition on something, but here goes my I hate moment, because we didn't have an I hate moment and we are gonna have an I hate moment now.
Do it.
Some shit came up this week, man, and I was just thinking about the nerve of this motherfucker to even ask for a discount. And I'm like, you know what? You don't ask for a discount on your fucking gas. You don't ask for a discount on your fucking liquor. You don't ask for a discount on none of your damn groceries. You don't go to Fry's, motherfucker, be like, damn, that's how much? Hey, can you give me a cut?
Can I get a discount on this pack of Marlboros and can of Coke?
Right, can of Coke. Can I get a bag of Skittles too? You know what I'm saying? You don't go to the mall and be in Macy's and be like, yo, damn, that's how much? Hey, can I just get that for like $89 instead of having to pay you like $120? When it comes to your bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, can we just do it like this? Nah, we can't do it like this. And you know what? I can't do business that want to do it with people that want to do it like this. Because, again, why are you trying to cut me out when I'm the motherfucker that is trying to get there? You know what I'm saying? But when you go to the next, man, you go to Walmart, I don't care, they got JCPenney, Sears, Sprouts, you know what I mean? Any of that. What's the other? Dillard's, you know what I mean? K-Momos, you know what I'm saying? When you go anywhere, you be like, yo, it's how much? Okay, here you go, here, card. But yet, when it comes to my peoples, and you want to do business with your peoples, they want to go ahead and ask for the discount. That's fucked up.
Right out the gate.
That's my I hate moment. I hate when you want to undervalue your peoples because of your kinship or your friendship or your commonalities.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Say it with a smile. My man.
Amen.
Right. The show can roll on, but I was thinking this, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and we start a B&W book club, yo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's start a B&W book club, and my man got the ebook, so I think we should go ahead and read Cam's ebook. You know what I'm saying, on financial literacy. Read Will, my bad. Apologize. Read Will's book on financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? That's our first book for the book club. So definitely we'll have to go ahead and put the information so other people can go ahead and acquire it as well. At his context through his links and stuff. And definitely, I'd like to go ahead and do that. Maybe we can go ahead. We have our people out there in the world. We do welcome you to join us with this book club. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And we could definitely get at to it, for sure.
Yes, we'll We'll put the link on the B&W Show page on Facebook. Add your comments when you read it, how much you liked it or disliked it, or whether you agreed or disagreed, or how it helped you, or what more you're looking for, and we can pass that on and get part 2.
Already, So, we do have another thing here, don't we, Aaron?
We do. We do. We have our music excitement. We got to hear what your thoughts were on the great album, the Ozzy Osbourne album of Bark at the Moon.
Yeah. You're gonna have to hear that next show. Because I unfortunately did not do my homework, sir.
You had one job. You had one job.
I had one job, and I ain't do one job, and I ain't do it well.
And you had a whole week to prepare. This on you. This on your dog.
I had 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks. But excuses. The bottom line is it didn't get it done. But I had one job, and I was doing another job. I didn't do this job. However, I could have done 2 jobs. Now that we thinking about jobs, hey, ain't hindsight 50-50? Bastard. Yep. Motherfucker bastard. Motherfucker bastard. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. Yeah. So I want to say, we gonna put that into on our next show. We want to hold your reflection as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
My reflection, or yeah, all 3 of us. Yes. All 3 of us get to listen to Bark at the Moon, and be part of our book and music club.
Yeah, that's okay. I just want to know: am I allowed to, when I come back? Am I allowed to bring a bat and some blood? That's all I want to know.
If it's up to you, if that's what you're into, I'm all for it.
I always like visual material to talk about. Which is another thing. Yo, man, hold up, man. Hold up. Yo, it's some shit when motherfucker just be talking, to be like, ooh, eyes get all big and shit. Be like, ooh. Like, when you ask some shit, you be like, I cannot make this shit up, right? There's so much shit that you see sometimes, like at my job, I cannot make this shit up. It's just bananas, So, I'm gonna say this because of we still go to work every day, okay? So, right. Only thing I'm gonna say is, catch me now. If I walk out the house and I got a shit stain in my pants, I deserve to get whatever anybody sees and says. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, you cannot walk out the house and be like, ain't nobody gonna talk about me. If you got a shit stain in your ass, that's all I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Now, you feel me? So now this is the part where like, what the hell is he talking about? Like some shows you be like, okay, this is okay, we got to go ahead and let's go behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But this is the part where I'm talking in code right in front of you. You being that's watching the show. You being, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you're going to have to come to the background, you know what I'm saying? And then we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just some crazy shit, dog. When I was just like,
well, hold on.
Blink your eyes.
You're talking in code. You're not talking about your wife, are you?
No. See, I ain't that stupid. That's too easy. Right?
He's trying to get you killed. He's trying to get you killed after the show. No, baby, I wasn't talking about you during that recording. Somebody else.
I'm just clarifying for everybody else listening right now that that's what we're talking about.
Lower your tone. It's just sometimes we just see some perplexing shit, and sometimes people just so offended because of one's comment or opinion of the perplexing shit they happen to display. And I'm just like,
The little
you can't, if you walk out the house like, okay, and I want attention, I want to be seen, well, you're going to be seen by people that have something to say if they're going to be, extrovert, not introvert. Some people keep shit in. Some people just be like, yo, you fucked up. Just like when you suck at sports, athletes get it all the time. When they get heckled in public, you suck. Too many interceptions. Why don't you quit fumbling the ball? Why don't you stop the turnovers? Can't you hit a jumper?
Some people leave their shit in. Some people leave it out on their pants.
Yeah, on their pants. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but we're so fickle where we're like, okay, we can talk about people in this aspect, but no, we can't talk about people in this aspect because we want to show the laws of what we're looking at to be different in the view of the scope of the view. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not here to be perplexed. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to complicate shit. You know what I'm saying? What it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole thing, man. So it's just like, yo, you can't, and people that, oh, you shouldn't say that. But yeah, it's okay to you to talk shit to me, to talk about me, to act a certain way about me. Oh, those are acceptable. But then some old fucked up motherfucker wearing some shit you don't know or don't know, don't see, don't agree, don't see, whatever your view is, and you happen to say something, you can't say that. Okay. Okay. If I want to choose to engage in some stupid ass conversation, then we would. But you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna have a conversation, then we'll engage. You see what I'm saying? But half the time it's just like, nah, people want to pick shit. Whatever, man. Okay. Bye. Bye. As long as you ain't nobody getting hurt, whatever, because character is one thing we go through as kids, but nowadays kids can't even talk about each other. Ooh, your pants so tight when you bend over, your jeans crack. You know what I'm saying? You can't, ain't no more your mama jokes, you know what I'm saying? Your lips so big, your afro, your glasses. You ain't got none of those character jokes no more, you know what I'm saying? Kids is too scared to even go talk to a shorty, you know what I'm saying? They're growing up behind the damn digital shit, so when you see something pretty, you just be like, and then when she say no, you all hurt and want to cry, don't know how to handle rejection. Next thing you got a negative action upon. You're damn crushed. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna not survive because Susie don't like me and shit like that. You're like, man, come on, man. All this is practice, dog. Learning why did they say no? Okay, well, let's work on that. What do you need to achieve? Let's better yourself. So you can beat the competition. Let's strengthen your weaknesses. Iron sharpen iron. Iron don't sharpen paper. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that, baby. So we gotta, we say sometimes too much soy milk. You know what I mean? We gotta, it's sensitivity issue. We got a lot. You gotta turn it down. I believe sometimes, man. I just really do. We got to turn some of that sensitivity issue down. The
world is evolving, and it's like sensitive is on high now, and then it's like aggressiveness is like, no, we don't want to do that anymore. We're too
you can't see shows like All in the Family. You won't see no All in the Family no more. You won't see no Blazing Saddle movies.
Gone.
Oh no. You have Big Lick shaking everywhere in the camera. Oh no, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't see all these different jokes of humor and comedy and stuff. It's just like, yo, you want to bland shit down, and then say, oh, we're gonna change the skew of how we do things and shit. But hey, I'll die someday. That's how it is.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. But yeah, next show we definitely gonna jump
on that note.
You know what we say?
So I wanted to bring this. So I have an exciting segment for us coming up. So everybody's aware. Something I like to call Movie Star Monopoly. I'm not going to do it this week. I'm just announcing it. A little segment we're going to do. We're going to introduce a movie star. Maybe we'll do it next week or next episode after our music assignment. But no, we'll probably we have 3 people do music assignments, so we'll in 2 episodes we will be doing movie star Monopoly, and what that is we're going to name a movie star. We'll probably announce the movie star next episode. So that way it gives us time to think about it. And what we're going to do is search their roles within our heads. Hopefully, part of the preparation work we'll do. We're going to figure out which role of theirs is Boardwalk and which one is Park Place, and then maybe which one is Baltic Avenue.
Okay. Let's set up some parameters around this shit, dog. Now, we have me going back and looking at some Charlie Chaplin black and white silent film, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell going on. We got 20 years? 30 years? What's the parameters? Because
it could be like
shit in there.
Well, see, like if we were going to do it in 2 weeks, so in 2 weeks, I actually had kind of 2 stars picked out that we would be able to choose from, because in 2 weeks is the 20th. That day is Jimmy Stewart's and Cher's birthday, so we could have picked one of them 2. So we would pick one of them 2 and say, okay, of their roles, who Boardwalk, Park Place, and Baltic Avenue.
Got you. So that means
we do both of them, just one or the other.
Are we talking about movies and music, or just
no, just their movie careers?
Movie careers, yeah.
Okay. I need to look up some Cher movies, dog. I don't believe I watched a lot of Cher movies, to be honest. Yeah, I think she was in was it a Moonstruck? I was on a plane and I seen the Cher movies, and I think it was Moonstruck.
Moonstruck. She's in Mask. Okay. She's been in a lot of stuff. Mermaids.
Mask. I've seen the Mermaid. I don't know about the Mermaids.
That was with Winona Ryder.
Hey, my favorite, Burlesque. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Burlesque. She was in Burlesque recently. So yeah, obviously we're not going to do those 2. So we'll announce the star next episode, so that way audience at home can play along. We're gonna and then maybe we'll go along if we have other roles. If somebody spits out a role, we'll place it on the Monopoly board where it belongs. We'll have some fun with it.
I'm with it. Right? I'm with it for sure. No, I'm with it for sure. We can go ahead and get into it. Ain't nothing wrong with some Shaw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Educate myself a little bit more on some Shaw. It's funny because a lot of entertainers, to be honest, like a real honest reflection, a lot of entertainers, we say, oh yeah, we know who that is. We know who it is. Yeah, because they're a celebrity. When you really think about it, all the entertainers that we know about, we don't know every damn thing they done. To be honest.
Of course.
We know them because of their celebrity, their fame, their famehood, celebrityism. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen them at an Oscar or Grammy, or a night show performance or something, or a guest or things. We don't know every fucking thing they did.
So you get a TMZ alert about them, and then you go, I never thought they would do that.
Right. It's like, oh, that's who that is, or I didn't know that's who that. I didn't know that's who they were.
Right.
That's what they look. You see what I'm saying?
We talked about it on Who They Want, was like, you don't separate the artist from the artistry. You be like, nah, they couldn't do that. They make such beautiful films, and they got so many prestigious awards. They do cocaine. I can't believe that.
Right. Like, he really robbed somebody? Why would he? Wait, what? I thought he had that going on. Doesn't he already have this and that? You're like, yeah, but a demon's a demon, yo. You know what I mean?
We're human.
Yes, we're human. That's that thing. Sometimes we get to that level and we like, we forget, and we start being perfect. Ain't no fucking sense of perfect. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, man. But whatever it is. But anyway, so we're gonna bang it. Hell of a good show. Hell of a good series. You know what I'm saying? And Hell of a good ending.
I agree.
Yeah, so just reminded you all out there, if you're looking to better your financial situation, definitely check out Prime Level Consulting. If you want to talk to any of the other professionals that we had on with us, whether it be Cam or Dennis, Scooney, I don't know if he's still in the banking business or not, but hit us up and we will put you in contact with them.
Yep, Scooney, Dennis, Cam, or Will, any of them, you know what I'm saying? Definitely want to tell everybody out there again, thank you for your time. And y'all treat your mamas well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we forget that not only is just our wives or significant others that are mothers, but you know, a lot of times you got your mother and they mother. So,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Treat your mamas well, man. Your sister, she's a
Yeah.
mother. You see what I'm saying? So treat your
Just don't
mamas
be a
well.
mother.
Everybody say you do all that. Treat your mamas well. Give them a flower, give them a rose, give them a poem, give them something nice, give them some words of affirmation, one of the love languages. Treat them well, man. Treat them well, for sure.
All right. Treat them really good. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and share with your mom the B&W show. She'll really love
And
it.
Aaron, don't forget to tell them where they can go find your book at, man.
Oh, yes. Look at the Amazon.com. Look for the Rhino That Dreams. If you're looking
That's
for
right.
a nice bedtime story for the kids, great artwork, nice story. You can come see Butch out of the zoo with me if you like. He's a cool dude. You'll dig him.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Show your support, baby. Let's do it.
And then we'll roll out.
Pieces, y'all. One love. To the next one.